Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching episode 5 of X-Men 97. So after the video game themed episode last week, this week we happened to go to the mutant island of Genosha, which is right about to be introduced into the United Nations, meaning the mutants will not only have a home, but it'll have a home that's protected by the world government. But Magneto, Rogue, and Gambit decide to go to Genosha to be part of the council that's running things there, which includes Emma Frost, only one of many fun cameos that are thrown throughout Genosha. Others include Pixie and Dazzler, and it's fun to see them all. While that's going on, a journalist heads over to the X-Men mansion in order to interview some of the X-Men to show the world that the X-Men are people just like the human beings that they are surrounding. But Cyclops kind of goes off on the reporter after she asks a few insensitive questions. And Jean Grey is trying to find out which memories are hers and which are Madeline's inside of her head. And when she finds out that Cyclops has been conversing with Madeline telepathically without her knowledge, she's not very happy about that. Well, Gambit isn't too happy about Rogue being in love with Magneto behind his back, but Rogue has a good excuse for that. You see, she can't touch anyone else because of her powers without draining their life force, but with Magneto, she can touch him, considering those electromagnetic powers cancel out hers. So, think about it. If you are in love with someone and you can't hold their hand or hug them or anything, that would take a toll on you. So, I can see where Rogue's coming from. But she could have told Gambit the truth, too. So I can see why he's mad as well. But just when things seem to be going smoothly at Genosha, Sentinels attack, and we get another really awesome action scene from Studio Mir. This is probably my favorite action in the series so far. You get to see Gambit blowing up Sentinels, Rogue punching them and throwing them all over the place, Magneto using trains and other metal objects to smash into the big Sentinel that has beams that make Godzilla look like a similar amount of beam power as Godzilla's atomic breath. It's generally quite a visual spectacle for those who are fans of Studio Mir's action scenes. But of course, we get some tragedy to go along with the cool action, since it looks like Magneto was caught in one of the beams when he's trying to protect other mutants that he's trying to avenge. And when Gambit tries to sacrifice himself to prevent Rogue from getting killed, it seems that he's had to blow up the huge Sentinel in order to save everyone else. So, is Gambit dead for good? We don't know. But he's either heavily injured or dead, but that would be a major loss for the series if they decide to kill Gambit off this early. Granted, I know that there are X-Men and Brotherhood of Mutants characters who did die in the comics, even though for comics, like the X-Men, they can be brought back, or if ones from another universe can come in. But still, it's a pretty shocking moment, and it really shows that whoever is making these Sentinels really just does not want the mutants to have any kind of freedom or any kind of rights the same way that normal human beings do. The X-Men have always covered these kinds of topics. It's just mixed in with all the awesome superhero action and the cool characters that we know and love. And it's nice to see that X-Men 97 has both the storytelling and the animation chops to make this work better than ever. And on top of that, it manages to make two relationships have drama in ways where I genuinely understand how both parties feel about these things, both for Jean Grey and Cyclops as well as for Rogue and Gambit. Even if there aren't as many kills for major characters as we might end up with at the end, or if they commit to it, either way, it's still a big, shocking moment to see the attack on Genosha. And obviously Rogue is going to have something to say to the person who attacked the island, took down Gambit, and might have taken down Magneto. But I'm sure Magneto somehow survived, but we'll see how the explanation goes for this one. After the lighter fare last week, relatively speaking, this is definitely another win for the series. So I'm just wondering what's going on with Storm that apparently we're going to get the resolution to next week. See you next time.